Having trust issues with my girlfriend after she invited another guy to stay the night, and she says they only cuddled. My girlfriend and I, we are both 29, and we have been together for a year and a half and live in separate apartments. Open dialogue and trust are important to me, so we try to overshare when situations come up. Other than a few small bumps, it's been going great. Earlier this week, my girlfriend mentioned that a friend of hers, John, was going to be in town for a day and that she offered him her apartment to stay. John is single, and she's known him for 5 years. They met because he was hitting on her on a dance floor, and he has expressed interest in her on multiple occasions. She asked me what she should do in this situation. Either stay with me for the night or stay in her own apartment while John was there. I told her that I was fine with John staying over, as long as he didn't sleep in the same bed as her. She agreed, and we didn't talk about it again. The night of, I felt uncomfortable, but gave her the benefit of the doubt and didn't bother her. Flash forward, and we were chatting the day after, and I said that I had been nervous about the whole situation. She said it went well, but that John ended up staying in her bed for the night, and they both cuddled up together. I was immediately weirded out, and we had the biggest fight we've ever had. The incident has eradicated a lot of our trust. From what I can surmise, they didn't have sex and it was straight up spooning. That leaves me in a weird situation. If she had cheated on me, I would have broken up with her instantly. But she didn't cheat on me. She just entered an uncomfortable, almost but not quite sex situation that she assured me wouldn't happen. I asked her why she did this, and she genuinely doesn't know. Response has been, I'm a bad person and do bad things when I'm uncomfortable. So, Reddit, am I being a weenie? Is this worth considering breaking up over? Relevant comments. She is pleading guilty to a lesser charge to hide the truth. His intention was obvious. He was going to her apartment to F her while he was in town. I can guarantee that more happened than she is telling you. She admitted to doing something that shouldn't have happened in any way, shape, or form with someone who is in a relationship. I realize what his intentions are. People act greedily, and I've been at the other end of this situation once. Why are you so convinced that more happened? She's flat out told me that she didn't have sex with him, and I went through the laundry list of sexual acts which she said no to. This is a F up situation, but at least she hasn't been dishonest when I bring things up. Because she is a grown-up adult, he is a grown-up adult, and there is a thing called trickle truth, which cheaters use for hide what they did. Look, if they spooned, the odds he was the big spoon are high. If your girlfriend is attractive, once his bulge was against her ass, he certainly got an erection, right? And she been okay with it? And he certainly humped against her, if they didn't break the cuddle at this time. Should I continue? Fair enough. I assume they got that far. She's been honest about some hard stuff in her past, which is why I'm inclined to believe her in this case. Regardless, I'm realizing it doesn't really matter what the acts are, since there were already explicit boundaries that were crossed willingly. Update: 3 days after the first post. Full disclosure: I had a long discussion with a friend of mine about what to do in this situation. She encouraged me to set a baseline, identify the minimum amount of information I would require to move forward in the relationship. We said that this would be 1. Making sure that she was being truthful with what happened, and 2. Asking whether she could honestly say that when she agreed to something, she wouldn't cross that boundary in the future. We only got as far as 1. I asked my ex-girlfriend about it. She turned it around on me and said I was being controlling. I told her that I needed to know the information to provide some closure for myself. We talked a while, but as it turns out, while they didn't have sex, oral, vaginal, nor kiss, they played with each other and likely had at least an orgasm next to each other. It hurt me a lot because from what I can understand, she was in control of the situation and consciously did all this stuff. While she didn't technically lie, what she had previously told me, just cuddling, masked the sexual intent. I told her this was a deal breaker and that I didn't want to break up, but I had to. It's shitty, because some of the replies in my original post were misogynistic and weird. I feel terrible because from my perspective this relationship was amazing and the deepest connection I've had. I wish it didn't end like this. Relevant comments. OP, give us more details. Delete all her social media contacts and phone and everything. Get rid of anything that reminds you of her. I packed all the things of hers that were in my apartment, which was therapeutic. I don't know. I feel less angry and more dumbfounded that this is the way it went. It was obvious from the first post that they were F, and they still are. Well done for breaking up and getting some semblance of truth in the end. Good luck. Honestly, I don't care if they F. My problem here is not the acts, it's the communication around them. You wouldn't care if your girlfriend F another guy as long as she told you about it? Depends on the circumstance, but lying or deliberate omissions hurt me more than physical acts do. How did she react about you breaking the relationship? My read was that it was alternating between frosty and feeling emotional. I genuinely felt bad the entire time we were talking. Neither of us got over the top angry, but it was clear by the end that we were both extremely hurt. How was she hurt? Because she realized what a shitty person she is? Guaranteed she will be texting you during the holidays. Do not reply. Block her number if you have to. Don't meet up for closure for her, or even lunch. I don't think you would, but just reminding. She's not a shitty person. She did a shitty thing and didn't communicate about it. Maybe out of fear? Maybe my relationship wasn't as trusting and open as I thought it was. Anyway, I have the closure I need. I won't be texting her anytime soon.